Hello you guys, we're going to do season 12, episode 12 of Basketball Wives. I just got out of the shower, so excuse my hair. It gets really curly when I get out of the shower, but I wanted to do a review. So Denise and Chantel and Brittany are calling themselves the Big Three. I think it's super funny and I think it's cute, even though they're really pissed and they're like really serious, but it's like funny. And I do think they're younger than Evelyn, and they're all in their late 40s, early 50s. Jackie, Jennifer, Evelyn, and so Brittany, Denise, and Chantel are in their early 20s or 30s. I believe they're early 30s, and I think they're a lot younger than them, and they're filled with all this anger, resentment, and immaturity, I think, because they're just a lot younger than them. So I think that Jackie calling Chantel impressionable, she just means that her daughter is really young and that she could tend to just really young and impressionable, maybe follow certain people, or she thinks certain people have her best interest. I don't think Jackie meant any harm by it, but I do think there's a lot of immaturity just because there's such an age difference between the Big Three, Brittany, Denise, and Chantel, and the older ones, which is in their late 40s and early 50s, like Evelyn, Jackie, and Jennifer. I think that there's a lot of immaturity in Brittany, Denise, and Chantel because of the age difference. I don't think Jackie meant any bad by that. I think she was trying to help her daughter. Also, I don't think there's anything bad about Brandy saying you're a child or stay in a child's place. I don't think she meant any bad by that either. I don't think Brandy meant any bad by that either. I mean, she could have easily cussed Chantel out, but since that's Jackie's daughter and she has some sort of respect, she didn't. She said, you know, like, you're a child, stay in a child's place. It's just because if you rewatch the episodes, Chantel was coming after Brandy. Like, Brandy was in drama with Evelyn, with Jennifer's wedding, and, you know, Ty and all that, but it had absolutely nothing to do with Chantel. But Chantel jumped into Evelyn's defense, or everybody was kind of not liking Brandy on the Vegas trip, and Chantel jumped in it and kind of did follow and be a little bit, she just jumped in and started attacking Brandy. If you see, Chantel was the one coming after Brandy, like, and then once Brandy said something back, Chantel looked at her mom as if Brandy is not supposed. During the Vegas trip, when Chantel and Brandy started going at each other, you know, Chantel was coming after Brandy, and Brandy said, stay in a child's place or whatever. She didn't cuss her out or disrespect her, but she just said, like, back off. And you could see during the Vegas argument that Chantel and Brandy had, that Chantel looked at Jackie right away, almost like a sense of entitlement. Like, I could come after you, but how dare you say something to me? And she looked at Jackie right away, and Jackie didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I don't think it was that bad either. She was just saying, you know, this is not your place, back up off me. Even during Evelyn's birthday dinner, when Shawnee brought up the dress, or they're picking on Brandy a little bit, Chantel again jumped in, and Brandy again didn't cuss her out or disrespect her. She just said, hey, back off, like, stay in a child's place. And it wasn't that bad, and I think Jackie knows that, but that's the level of maturity that Jackie and Brandy, again, I think it's just a lack of maturity. So it's people in their early 30s, like Denise, Brittany, and Chantel, with people in their late 40s and early 50s, like Evelyn, Jennifer, Shawnee, and Jackie. And it's not mixing because the younger ones get very mad easily about the smallest of things, and the ones who are more mature are like, that wasn't a big deal. She didn't cuss you out. She didn't call you the B word. It wasn't a big deal. And I think the level of maturity is not mixing well, like the age groups. And even in the next episode, you see Evelyn say, I'm tired of you, to Denise. And it's because they're just younger and filled with anger and more immature, and they're more older and mature. And I think it's not mixing well. It's not mixing well. And I do think that Shawnee and Evelyn, for Evelyn's birthday dinner, they were picking on Brandi and kind of ganging up on her. But I am on Jackie's side this time. I'm usually not, but I am on Jackie's side. I'm on Brandi's side because I think that Chantel, if you go back, you'll see that Chantel was the one coming after Brandi, like hard, like laughing and speaking out. And I do feel like Chantel, because Jackie's her mom, she has the sense of entitlement, like you're not supposed to tell her anything at all back. And I think that she's projecting her madness about Brandi telling her something onto her mom, which is unfair because this is between you and Brandi, and she's projecting that onto Jackie. I do think that Jackie, you could see Jackie told Brandi things passive aggressively, even when they sat down with Jennifer and Denise and did the whole up in the air eating bar situation. She was looking at Brandi like, you better not disrespect my daughter. So, but I think that Chantel has a sense of entitlement and she's projecting her. I think that Chantel is projecting her madness towards Brandi onto her mom. I think that she tried to blast her mom out on this new episode where they're having dinner in Hawaii. She tried to blast her mom by saying, you were talking crap about Brandi, probably because you guys, she just got in a fight with her daughter or whatever, but pretty sure it wasn't that serious. But Chantel trying to blast her mom, trying to turn the other girls against her mom, talking crap about her mom with the other girls. It's just wrong. I don't know why Jackie doesn't tell her that she's wrong. It seems like Jackie's a little scared of Chantel. I don't know if it has to do with Doug, but I would definitely step in and say it's wrong what you're doing. Exactly what Brandi's doing. I think that Brittany is projecting her toxic relationship with her mom. She's projecting that onto Chantel and Jackie. She's projecting her anger towards her own mom onto. I think that Brittany is projecting her madness, her anger towards her toxic mom onto Jackie as well. I know that Brittany said that her mom stole money from her. She has a bad relationship with her, and I feel for Brittany on that. But your mom, Jackie is not your mom, and you don't really know the real relationship that Chantel and Jackie have together. To be going so hard on Jackie like this, I think it's a lot of projecting. She thinks that the anger she has towards her own mom, she's projecting that onto Jackie. Jackie is not your mom. You know, I'm pretty sure, I know she said, Brittany said her mom stole money from her. I'm pretty sure Jackie didn't steal money from Chantel. They have a totally separate relationship, and I feel bad for Brittany, but she's projecting her anger out onto Jackie, which is unfair. You don't know the whole story. Okay, my phone is dying, but the last thing I'm going to say, I may make a part 2, but I do think that the big three is a little immature, sensitive, and they're a little too gassed up. I don't know if Brittany, if Jackie or someone might end up beating Brittany up. Brittany is a little too gassed up. The last thing I'm going to say is I do think Evelyn and Chantel's relationship is somewhat genuine. I do know that Evelyn is a Sagittarius. And my mother, my cousin, my best friend in middle school, I've known Sagittariuses. They do have compassion. They are very generous people as well. So I think Evelyn is a strong woman, and she will fight Jackie for Chantel, and there is genuineness there. Do I think that once Jackie mentioned Evelyn's daughter, Evelyn is now trying to get information about Chantel? I do think that there is some truth to what Denise said, but that is because Jackie is now mentioning Evelyn's daughter. So I do think she's trying to get information to throw in Jackie's face. I do think there is some truth to what Denise is saying, but do I think their whole relationship, because now Denise and Brittany are saying that Evelyn's whole relationship with Chantel is fake. I don't think that's true. Hopefully Chantel has a mind of her own and doesn't follow Brittany and Denise too much. That's all I'm going to say. Please subscribe, like this video if you want more Basketball Wives updates. And thank you for watching, and bye.